time. All right. Well, coming to you live a bit early here as we
Early.
await
Coming a
the
little early.
kickoff. Yeah. Little premature deep dive ulation at
Happens to a
halftime.
lot of podcasts.
Happens to a lot of podcasts. This is a good game, Andy. Baltimore feels like they left some opportunities on the field. Their defense playing a lot better in the last couple of drives, except for the penalties. I feel like the Chiefs were looking content to just wipe out the final minute and 50 seconds without really trying to matriculate the ball. But two 15-yard penalties gave the Chiefs a little bit of incentive to be aggressive. They ultimately get a field goal out of it after a ticky-tack holding call that took off a touchdown.
So
I'm not really going to
I
argue that, I
disagreed
guess.
with Drew and I were watching it. It's funny too. Like the first holding call was warranted.
100% legit. Yeah.
The second holding call was a bad call, but also they missed a worse holding on the right tackle. It was such a weird deal that they called that while they missed a much more blatant one. But yeah, two penalties on either side of that drive that kind of pushed it forward and then back. Field goal's good. We're now at halftime for real. And yeah, we were talking off the air. We don't really know what to make a case for here. The Chiefs do start with the ball. We've seen all year long Chiefs unders come through, but
especially when they have a lead at halftime. I mean, like this is literally the formula to play the second half under.
It's the
just
formula.
You have the stones for it. Yeah.
The X factor is a lot of those teams weren't as good as Baltimore, right. And this is a Baltimore team where we saw make very, very good adjustments at halftime, not only for the blitz that we were seeing from Houston, but just offensively once they did take the lead, what they were doing. And I guess that would be my main critique is they're kind of throwing into the best part of the Chiefs defense is the corners and the outside corners. And what they do is taking away your wide receivers. So instead of attacking the middle of the field, instead of spreading it out and running it with Lamar, like we've seen, instead of running the ball with your two good running backs, they're passing deep a little more. I don't know exactly what Monken is up to. I trust him, but they do need to make some adjustments because Mahomes looks good. Kelsey's not looking old. He's not looking dropsy like he has a little bit. And I don't think Pacheco's toes bothering him. So you can't have a half-assed shit game plan. You might not even get away with fixing this at halftime. You know, you have to outscore a team by 11 or more points now in the second half.
Yeah.
That's tough sledding, baby.
So overtime is live. That makes the second half under a little dicey. Otherwise, I think that's probably the play. What's our number? 24-ish?
Oh, I was forgetting to look it up. Because
it's probably 20. I'm not looking at it. I'm guessing it's gonna be.
I figured 22 and a half. 22 and a half. Right. All right. Football, NFL, second half. We are at 4.5, 21.5.
Oh boy. Well, that's a no bet on the under then.
Yeah.
That's too low. And in fact, it's not low enough to get involved with the over. So I think passing the total, we got to decide if we want to get involved with Baltimore, which means you got to break something down for me. I know you were Baltimore. You were leaning heavily Baltimore in this one. What do you think of the fact that Chris Jones seems to be inclined to just let the meter go right out of the gate? Like he's balls to the wall, max effort. It felt like in those kind of super consequential moments where they came up with the pressures that made the difference against the Ravens. Do you think that continues? Do you think he runs out of juice? Like what's your read on the pass rush for the Chiefs?
I was wondering about that. It's funny too because the joke, and it's not even a joke. It's shown itself. It's come to fruition many times where he doesn't turn it on, Jones that is, until the fourth quarter, until they need him. So the fact that we've gotten some effort. I hate to say effort because it's not like he's not trying ever, but
no,
he does
it's just
ramp
about
up.
when do you use the carrots?
Yeah, so I do wonder if he does run out of gas a little. That'll be interesting, especially, like I said, considering the adjustments that they were able to make on the on the offensive side of the ball last week.
I think we do Ravens -4.5. What do you think?
I'm pro Ravens. It'll be so obviously the big drive to start out. You got to get off the field. Got to get a stop. So
the Ravens. I mean, Kyle Hamilton's everywhere. He's playing incredibly well. The pass rush is starting to get ramped up. The Ravens are more rested. In fact, actually, you want a corollary, Andy? You want a little?
The fact that
little-
we have a net rest disadvantage here, and we're heading
We
to the
got-
second half of a big game.
We got a net rest disadvantage, and a team came out and they kind of maybe pressed the gas a little too hard because they felt like we need to go out there and get a lead if we're going to win this game. Would you call that Medvedevian? Is that a fair?
I was going to say, I just want to
fair
bet. I want to bet.
description?
I'll bet whatever you bet because you're running. You're running right now. I joked. What was your center price?
I bet 750, 700, 650.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I joked with you. I'm like, why would you sweat it for weeks when you could just bet him after the second bet?
What was his number? I wasn't.
I have no idea.
wasn't
It had
looking
to
at
be-
the
had to
market.
be 15-1.
No, down two. No, because he. It was when it was 5-1. He broke back and he was showing signs of life. And there was clearly in the second set, it felt like Medvedev was starting to show some physical slippage. I thought.
I have
we'll
no
see.
idea what I don't know
We'll
what the
Yeah,
five-
I'm gonna look it up
set,
next. I'm
5
curious.
set live stuff fucks with me. All right. Well, we're getting 4 minus 20 or 4.5 plus 106. We'll take the hook.
Okay. Okay.
And by that I mean we'll bet
4.5 minus
I'm not
106.
I'm not paying extra juice. So
What do you think, man? We're gonna see overtime. in this
I
game?
think we're in good shape for the usual second half play. Looks really bad to start where Kansas
Wow,
City
how
busts
bad
out
is
a
the
big play.
lighting on this set? Why did they? How did they fuck the lighting up so badly on the CBS set? Oh, there they go. They fixed. Oh no, they don't. They have it all fucked up.
The lights going out in a Baltimore playoff game.
Weird, right? I'd never. Yeah, there's not even a Beyonce you can blame it on. What do you think of my over 44.5, which was a bad number? Obviously, could have gotten 44 at kick. What do you think? Is that going to get there?
No, man. There was
need-
push pull.
I need 21 points.
all week long. I think it'll be close.
I need Baltimore to score.
I was just going to say you need Baltimore to show up with a completely different game plan where they score at least 14 here. Otherwise, yeah, it might be a little dicey because we've seen this, like you said, time and time again. Chiefs with a lead. If the other team can't muster anything, oh my God, it's like the main lights went out. I don't have sound on for this halftime, obviously, but it is like they're being interviewed on 60 Minutes, and they're they're like a
anonymizing
criminal,
them.
Hey, I was with the mob from 1986 to 1988.
Yes,
They're changing their voices. Oh,
yes,
they're
modulate.
back.
Yeah. So the broadcast, it's worth kind of noting that the game went so quickly for the first quarter and 2/3 of the second quarter that they really had to grind it down to get the commercials
in
in.
at the 2-minute
Yeah,
warning.
they really.
It was a
had to kinda force
6-minute
it.
long 2-minute warning commercial
Yeah.
break.
Took a little bit of the piss out of the game, which is fine. But they're like my fatigue angle probably wears thin in the second half if all of this extra time allotted lets the Chiefs defense get their legs back under them because they just really haven't played very much. Like they played so many minutes in that Buffalo game and played so hard, and now they're on the road for the second straight week. You would think that unit eventually comes apart. Like that was kind of why I liked the over. Honestly, I didn't say it out loud all week, but like the fatigue on the Chiefs defense is real, and the fact that they kind of went so max power to start this game makes me think that the cracks are going to start showing in the second half.
They
So.
blew their nos.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So, all right. Well, any final thoughts? Wrap this up and
Yeah, no, I mean we brought it up a couple times, Muhammad. I don't understand where Gus is at this point. Gus, Justice, more Lamar sort of.
Gay's not even playing. Like he was kind of expected to go, and he's not a go. Like the entire spine of the defense has got missing pieces. No Noddy, no Gay. Edwards, is Edwards even playing? You should be able to get something going up the middle against these guys, and they're not even trying. So it is weird. It does feel like Todd Monken outthought this a little bit, but here's two more thoughts. The Lamar,
Good job.
the Lamar, the Lamar touchdown was an unbelievable play.
That was an incredible
that was amazing.
play.
The Lamar run for fourth down conversion was incredible, and the Lamar batted pass, catch it, and run for the first down was incredible. He's had 3 unreal plays in this game, and yet it feels like the Ravens' offense is very stuck in mud, which I want to blame on Monken. So yeah, Monken needs to pull your head out of your ass, dude. We need better play calls.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh, quick thoughts on the late game. Do you have any last minute things based on injury stuff?
No. Niners roll. I hope
there wasn't a ton. I think we always knew Jonah Jackson wasn't playing. We always knew
Yes.
Frank Ragnow was going to at least give it a go. If he lasts the whole game, that's probably 50-50, but he's starting, he's playing. Khalif Raymond has been, that's just been a very long ongoing injury, and I don't think it matters a ton. Was there anything else? I think that was about it. The Niners injury report was very light outside of Debo, obviously.
Yeah. Nothing changed.
Yeah, Laporte has looked fine for a couple weeks now, so nothing's changing there. Yeah, I do like the Niners to kind of rip them apart. Otherwise, I don't know, because the only devil's advocate that I had deep in my head when I tried to say, like, why was Purdy bad last week, and if it was rust and weather, then yeah, they beat the shit out of Detroit, right? But if it is, hey, this is the big time. This is a little playoff nerves.
I think it was the front four pressure was undercovered. That really mattered.
It was a better game from the Green Bay defense than we expected, I guess, as well. You got a point there. So, I mean, maybe we see more of that, but other than that, I do think nice weather, a little less rust. Goff. Purdy looks fine.
Okay, I agree with that. What probability do you have the Ravens cover the closing number here? Not the second half number, but the full game number.
Oh, I mean, 10%.
Wow, there was a. That's.
I mean,
Circus staying in business. That's good news.
Yeah,
I'll be there next week. That's good. They can pay out contest winnings. That's good news.
Yeah, people had a lot of faith in Monken.
Wow, amazing. Fuck, man. This game's been good. This is really high intensity.
It's been fun.
I really want to see Lamar be a superhero in the second half and score 21 points by himself. I don't care one way or the other about covering the full game number. I actually would be fine if the Chiefs covered, but I want to see him be a hero because the 3 plays he's already got that were just spectacular, really unreal. And the Ravens got lucky. Like, they had a brutal turnover and they didn't pay any consequence for it because they got the turnover on down. So, yeah, Kyle Hamilton, supernatural. We haven't really seen the Ravens pass rush get home yet, but they could. They may. Yeah, this is a good one, man. Fired up.
Yeah, injury stuff from the first half. I think Mollett was back in. Who's the pass rusher that went out with the knee injury? Amenahu.
T. Jones.
Amenahu. I can never say that. I never get the emphasis in the right spot. Amenahu, knee injury. I don't think he came back in. Something to watch for because they already had, the Willie Gay injury, the Edwards injury, stuff like that. So it is a bit of a beat up defense. We're not getting the right play calls for that.
Yeah. All right. Well, best of luck in the second half. I'm gonna go grab some lunch with the fam, and I will see you at halftime.
I suppose it's like 1:30 there.
It is. Yeah, coming up on 2:00. I just really want to go to the bar. It's kind of burning a hole in my pocket right now.
I might do that too. The wife is not feeling well, so I might go do a solo trip.
I love that. All right. Well, I'll be home.
Hey, we'll be back. Second game, we'll be back for halftime. If you have anything, obviously hit us up on the Twitter. We'll see you guys, man.
All right. Best of luck.